Hello, SQL lovers. Welcome to today's section. So today we're going to be looking at how to combine data in SQL using joins. So in the world of data analysis and database management, one of the most important skills you can master is the ability to bring data together from multiple sources. At times, the insights we need don't exist in a single table, but are scattered across several. This is where SQL provides us with powerful tools like join. All right, so today we'll begin by exploring joins, which allow us to combine rows from related table. So we'll begin different type of join, such as inner join, left join, and other types of join. By the end of this lesson, you will not only understand this concept, but also feel confident applying them to your real-world data problem. So let's dive in, okay? So yes, let's look at what join is. All right. So in SQL, the join clause is used to combine rows from two or more related tables based on related column between them. Okay. This is essential for querying data across multiple tables in a relational database. So then we have other types of join, but these are the ones we're going to look at, all right? So since we are dealing with basics, okay? So we just look at this type of join, just for them. We have inner join, we have right join, we have left join, and we have full outer join. So if you look at the diagram here, so you find out that in the inner join, so we have table 1 and table 2. So, but the inner join, what we want is where both of the data, where they are matching. So what it means is that if I have data in table A, and then I have data in table B, so I want to combine them so that the output I will get is where the data in table A match the data in table B, and other ones will not be outputted. So that's what these inner joins are doing, where they are matching, right? So then we'll look at the left join. So if we look at the left join, just like the name implies, I want all the data from the left table, everything in my left table, I want it outputted. Then you go to table B, that's my right table, you get the matching ones, right? So everything in table 1, that's the left table, will be outputted. Then you join it with the matching one from the right table. So that's what this one is doing. Then you look at this one, the right join. So it's same as the left join, all right? So normally I just use left join because left join and right join, they're almost the same thing. So what matters is where the table you place first, right? So table you place first is always the left join, right? So the right join means get everything from my right table, that's table 2, then get the matching row from table 1. So that's what this one is doing. Then let's look at the full outer join. So the full outer join is saying, I want everything in my table 1 and I want everything in my table 2, whether they are matching or not. Get everything, both where they are matching, everything, right? So these are the type of join we're going to look at, right? So just like I said, we have other type of join, just like cross join and self join, okay? So the inner join retrieve records that have matching values in both tables. Then left join returns all record from the left table and the match record from the right table. If no match is found, no values are returned for columns from the right table. Then the right join return all record from the right table and the match records from the left table. If no match is found, no values are returned for columns from the left table. Then full join returns all record when there is a match in either left or right table. If no match is found, nulls are returned for non-matching columns, right? So these are the type of join we're going to look at, okay? So then the key point to take in this our lesson, so on clause, because you have to state where you're joining your table on. That's the related column, okay? That's define the condition for matching rows. So this using clause is a shorthand when both tables have a column with the same name and meaning. So, but this, because we are using SSMS, so this is applicable to when you're using MySQL. When you're using MySQL, instead of using on join and we calling on the tables, you can just, if the columns are the same name, for instance, customer ID in table 1, customer ID in table 2, what it means is that you can easily say using customer ID. So this will actually will actually join your table on the no on the column name you mentioned. So that's it. So let's look at the practical aspect of it, okay? Let's look at the practical aspect of our lesson. So I just created these two tables purposely for this. So I have to minimize the data so that we'll be able to see the difference and what it's doing. All right. So we'll look at the first table, which is customers info. That's our first table. We'll look at it. Okay. Let's see what is in the table. Then we'll look at our second table. Sorry. Select. That is again. So if we look at the customer info table now, we're having 6 rows. All right. So if we look at this now, that's our table A. We're having 6 rows. Then we'll look at our table B, branch info. Let's see. Sorry, this is delaying a bit. Okay, so we're having 6 rows also. All right. So for you to be able to know the matching row, the related column, right? So because we have a primary key and we have a foreign key, right? So you always make sure you are joining the data. Okay, you are joining the tables based on the related column. So if let's look at both of them together so that you will see what I mean by that. So when you look at them together, so let's drag this up a bit. So look at this now. So if you look at this now, so in this particular table now, so though we are not doing the lesson is not about primary key or foreign keys, but if you look at this table now, you find out that in this table, the branch info table, this is the primary key, the branch ID. So but looking at it at the customer's info table is foreign key in customer info table, right? So if we want to join these two tables now, so basically for us to join it, we're going to use the related column, which is the branch ID. These are where these two tables are related. So that's what we are going to join on. Okay, so you always look at your table to know the ones. So at times they don't have the same name, right? So they might basically mean the same thing, but they are not having the. So maybe the person that named this column may name it maybe branch code or branch info, any name. So it doesn't necessarily mean both of them will have the same name, the same column name. So, but it's very important that you observe this while naming your table, right? So we're having six rows, okay? So let's now check how we're going to join, okay? So let's write our select statement. So we'll just select everything. So normally if you want to select everything, right? So you can, so we talked, you use asterisk sign. That's what we said before. So we talked about aliases, right? So we talked about alias in our table previously. So for you to do that, because that's very important in join, because you don't have to be mentioning the name of the table each time you want to reference the table. So that's why when you put the name of your table, you can easily rename it to something simpler, all right? So customer info, let's name it A, right? So you can put as A, okay? As A, but even if you didn't put as, it's still going to work. Then left join. So left join, just like we explained. So we'll start with left join, right? So because I placed this table, that's how I learned join, right? Because I placed this table first, automatically this is my left table already, right? So what it means, I want everything in the table up. Okay, that will make it easier for you to understand. Then me placing this branch info here, means that this is my right table. Okay, so it's my second table, and I'll give it as B. Okay, so what do you want to join these two tables on? So that is where this on keyword comes in. What do I want to join this table on? So I will now say I want to join. So for instance, if we did not erase our table, it means I will keep using this. I will say I want to join this. Sorry, I want to join customer info. Let me use this first. It doesn't matter the one you mentioned first. I want to use customer info dot branch. So in customer info table, I want to join on branch ID. All right, equals to. Then on branch info table, branch info table, I want to join on branch ID. All right. So once we run this will also give us the results we're expecting. Sorry, I already named the table. Let me remove this. So I just want to show you, you can also work like this, but this will actually delay your work and it will make you to keep calling on the tables, all right? So this is just, we're talking about aliases right now. We've already discussed it, but I just want to show you, you can also use the full table name. But if you alias your table by giving this table A as A, then you give this as B. So what this means is that I don't need to keep mentioning my table's name. I'll just put A. So system already knows that my table A is customer info, and that's what I want. A. So then B. So this is the most efficient way to actually write it, but you can do it the other way. So, but this will make your query simpler. Okay, so that's all about aliases. Then we'll look at the main lesson for today, which is join. So let's start with left join since I've already used it. So left join, what it's doing now, gets me everything from customer info and then get the matching data from branch info, join them on branch ID. So this service share means get me everything from the table. So you can actually select what you want, because if, for instance, branch name is in branch table 2, in my second table, which is table B. So if what I want in table B is just branch name, so it means I have to specifically say it. So for instance, let's say I want everything in my table A. Sorry, A dot everything in my table A. That's what this means. Then my table B. So because branch name is just one, so had it been there's branch name here and there's branch name here, that's table A, there's branch name there, table B, there's branch name, but the branch name I want is table B, then I can put table B branch name. But even if I did not put it, it's still going to work because we don't have branch name here. So it's basically going to pick the branch name from the second table. So with this now, we're going to get everything from my customer info, then matching row from my table B. So because I already say what I need is just the branch name, so it's going to get that. So, but let me also include branch ID to enable us look at the data very well, okay? So branch ID. So now, because we have two branch ID, if I run this like this, it's going to ask me which of the table am I talking about. So it's going to tell me, it's going to give me an error message saying ambiguous, right? Ambiguous column. So I don't know where to get what you want from. All right. So it's already marked here telling you that this will not work. Which table am I getting this for you from? So look at this ambiguous column name, branch ID. So what this means, where am I going to get the branch ID? Because I have branch ID in customer info, I have branch ID in branch info. So which one do I want? So let me say I want the one from table B. I'll just put B here. So when you see, when you run it, so it's going to give you the information as you requested. So if you look at it, we have everything from our customer info table that ends here in the city. Then we now have branch ID and branch name. These are the only two things we want from our table too. Okay, just like we said earlier, at times the information you need might not be complete in one table. So that's why there's need for us to join, right? So we just want to know all these customers, the branch they opened the account. That's why we have to join them so that we know the branch they opened the account, since the branch information is not in our customers info table, all right? So then, so when we join this table now, we can see, so this is null, right? So basically our left table, that's customer info, is having 6 rows. So that's why it gave us 6 rows. So then give us matching from branch info. So these are the matching where it match. So if you look at this, branch ID 1, branch ID 2, branch ID 3, branch ID 4, branch 5. So what it means is that basically none of the customers open the account in the this branch ID 6. All right, so that's why, because what we said earlier is that when there's no matching row, it's going to return null. So that's why we're having null here, because we don't have any customer that open account on a branch ID 6. So, but we got all the information from customer info. So this is what left join is doing. All right. So left join is also the same as right join. All right. So if you look at right join here, when we try to do right join, so it means that this, we want everything from this. This is our right table. So the one up is our left table. The one down is our right table. So when we now use right join, so we want everything from branch info and then give us matching row from customer info. All right. So that's basically, so if I still want to use left join for the same thing, I'll just bring this customer info down and bring this one up to make this my left table. So I, just like I said, I always use the left table. I'll just swap the table to make sure the one I want everything from is up, right? So look at this. If you watch now, because I'm doing right join now, it's giving me every information from branch info, which is this. You see, we are having complete information now from the branch. So what we are having is 6 branches and they are complete here. So get us the matching row from customer info. So definitely all our customers, we have customer ID 1 to 5. So these are where they are matched. If you watch the customer ID 6, right? The customer ID 6 did not appear here because there's no matching row here. So that's why it's empty, but it will still return for us all the columns from our right table, which is the branch info, right? So look at this now. You see, it places it on null. So previously, when we did left join, it gave us everything on customer table to customer ID 6, making this our branch ID null because we just want the matching row. So the this is how left and right join works, right? So then we have the inner join, all right? So let's look at the inner join. So we said earlier, inner join, just bring out the matching row. So where they are matching, that's where it's going to get for us. We don't need to see where they are not matching. So it's going to remove where they are not matching and give us only where they are matching. So that's what inner join does. So we're not having null, right? So because it just brings us where they are matching. So that's why we're not having any null here. All right. So we have basically customer ID were 1 to 5 and a branch ID, sorry, and from our branch info table, we're having 1 to 5, right? So if you see there is no null because we said that whenever we are using join, when there is no matching info, it's going to return null. So, but this we use inner join and it return everything and there's no null because all this matched, right? So if you look at this person open account at this branch, this person open at this branch, this person open at this branch. So that's how it works. The customers we don't know where they open their accounts are not going to appear here because we are using inner join. All right. So that's that for inner join. So then we have the next join, which is outer join, all right? Outer join, full outer join. So, we talked about this full outer join initially, right? Sorry, full. We talked about full outer join initially. So, and we said what it's going to do is going to give us all the information from our customers info table and our branch info table. All right. So if you look at this output now, you're going to see that in as much as our customer table is 6 and our customers info table is 6 in row in numbers, 6 rows, then our branch info is 6 rows. So now if you look at this, see we're having 7. Reason being that it's going to return every information from the customer table, every information from branch info table. So we're having everything we are seeing here is what we're having in this table, both where it's matching and where it's not matching. All right. So these are the type of join we're going to discuss for today. All right. You can go over the lesson again. So remember that we said for the outer join, it's going to give us everything from table 1, that's table A, and it's going to give us everything from table B. That's full outer join. Then the inner join is going to give us only where they are matching. So that one doesn't return no value because everything we have in A is going to be in B. That's where they are matching. The left join will return data from everything from our right table, from our left table, and matching row from our right table. Then the right join will return everything from our right table and matching row from our left table. All right. So that's where we're going to end today's lesson. Thank you all for your focus and engagement in today's lesson on SQL Join. So we've explored the different types of join: inner join, left join, right join, full outer join, and discuss how each helps us combine data from multiple tables effectively. Mastering join is a crucial step in understanding databases as they allow us to uncover relationships and extract meaningful insights from scattered data. So in our next lesson, we'll build on this foundation by exploring set operations like union and intersets, okay, which offer another way to combine and analyze data set, okay? So for now, I encourage you to practice writing queries with different types of joins, all right? So thank you. See you next time.